The Jalen Reagor saga has come to an end in Philadelphia. If you haven't heard the news, which I'm pretty sure you have, Jalen Reagor is traded to the Minnesota Vikings. Oh, I guess we'll see him in a couple of weeks anyways, so let's get into this, y'all. What's up, Cerebral Football fans? My name is Steven Hyder. This is Gate City Sports Channel. Hey, if you're new to the channel, this will be the first, second, third time you caught my content. Do me a favor, guys. We're on a journey towards 7,500 subscribers. We just crossed over 6,250. Hey, I'd love for you to be part of that equation. So if you enjoyed today's content, smash that like button for me and hit the subscribe button. All right, y'all. I apologize for not being in the studio again, guys, but I got to do these kind of quick when the news breaks like this. So I'm going to just start off by saying I think this is a good situation for Jalen Reagor. I've told a few of you guys in the comments that I heard the kind of the links to the Minnesota Vikings. And I'm going to be honest. It's not a situation where he's necessarily going to be a starter, but I do think it's a very favorable situation because the guys he has in front of him, like Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen and KJ Osborne, I think those are really good football players, and I think they take a ton of pressure off of Jalen Reagor to succeed, to be quite honest. And I also think that from the Viking standpoint, it does make sense, guys, because Reagor can back up all three positions, and he's going from being the fifth guy on this roster to being the fourth guy on that roster, so it's going to get him in the rotation, right? Kirk Cousins is the quarterback there. They like to throw the ball around a little bit in Minnesota. So I honestly wouldn't be shocked if he doesn't have a more statistical, significant season than what we have had from him, here in Philadelphia. What I will say is this, though. Sometimes you got to move on from a guy. It's not that you guys know that I was really high on Jalen Reagor in that draft. I honestly thought that athletically there was something there, but he just never got it together, and he just, for one reason or another, and there was a whole lot of things that happened. The young man's had a lot of personal loss in his life. It just never came together in Philadelphia. It just, one situation after the other, to where he just wasn't in shape until finally he came in this year and he actually looked like he was in shape. It just never panned out, man. He never really learned how to release against man press coverage. He needed to change his scenery. He really did. And I think this is better for the Eagles and for Jalen Reagor. And I'm not one of these guys that's going to tell you that Jalen Reagor is completely cooked and can't produce in the NFL. I just don't think it was going to happen for our Philadelphia Eagles, guys. I don't think it was ever going to happen in the city, and I think this is the right decision. I believe they got a 7th-round pick for him in this upcoming draft, 2023, and I think they got a conditional 4th-round pick in 2024's draft. It's strange the way they conditioned that pick. I don't know if you guys saw that. But the way they conditioned it is that if he meets certain statistical markers, it remains a 4th, but if he doesn't, it reverts back to a 5th. Normally, it's the condition is it's a 5th pick, but if he meets statistical, honestly, it's the same thing. It's just the way that they're phrasing it. Normally, you would phrase it in the opposite direction and say it's a 5th-round pick that could turn into a 4th-round pick, but for whatever reason, this one is being phrased as it's a 4th-round pick that could revert to a 5th-round pick depending on circumstance. A little odd. Never seen that before personally, but at the end of the day, it's the same exact concept. It doesn't really, it doesn't really matter. But, that was definitely interesting. All right, guys, the J.J. Arcega-Whiteside saga has come to an end. The Jalen Reagor saga has come to an end. Now the question is, what receiver gets elevated up? Because we just brought back all of them. Do we claim, well, we didn't claim anyone, I don't think, but, do we elevate a guy? We got Deion Kane back on the roster. Britton Covey's back on the roster. Devin Allen's back on the roster. There's some interesting things following here in Philadelphia, too, to see what happens here. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all so much, guys, and I'll see y'all in the next video.